This is The Medium. It just came out today. It's a survival horror game that's kind of a throwback to some classic ones. And I've been looking forward to playing it. I did play it for like an hour today just to kind of see how it ran on my computer, since it is supposed to be a quote-unquote next-gen game. And it is pretty heavy, which could be, it could be a lot of reasons for that. It's a small developer and all that, but I had to turn off all the fancy features like ray tracing just to get it to run at a stable 30 frames per second. But anyway, I'll let you know where the game starts to become blind for me, where it gets to the point where I haven't played through it yet, which isn't too far. So let's just go ahead and jump right in.
It all starts with a dead girl. Ever since I was little, I've had this dream. It's the end of summer. A girl is running through the woods. The moon, the scent of pines. And then the gunshot. It always felt so real. The blood on my cheek, the cold sweat running down my skin. I'd managed to convince myself it really happened. This scarred a memory. A part of me I could never fully understand. Well, that wasn't the only part. No wonder people used to think I was strange. If they only knew. That day when the phone rang, it was the hardest day of my life. The day I went home to say goodbye to my father. Dress him up for his last journey. Put him in a suit, fix his tie. Simple. Just the things he did every day. But looking through his stuff wasn't easy. I needed a moment to pull myself together. I was almost ready. I just had to find his special tie clip.
Alright, find the clip. So this game it's not pre-rendered, but they are fixed camera angles, which is super appealing to me. I just like that style. If a game wants to use it, I totally support that. So we got calendars establishing the date here. And things to do with her father, I'm assuming. And his condition slash illness slash ultimate demise. There's a book. Okay.
Shit. Yeah. Nice to see you too.
Hey, kitty.
Jack's room. It's like he never... Damn it.
Never what? Cleaned it?
I used to think I'd never fit in. But Jack... he didn't mind my weirdness. He kept telling me I was special.
She is special. You'll see.
Jack was a humble, religious man. He ran a funeral home, and I'd help out whenever I could. It felt good to be useful. Keep hissing at me.
Aww.
What do you think's gonna feed you now?
That's what I tell my cat.
Jack was part of the Solidarity movement. He spent a few months in an internment camp, but even that couldn't dampen his spirit. Come on, Jack. Where'd you put it? Okay. Let's do this the other way. There you are.
I'll be honest, the only reason I even found this
Okay, I think that's it. Jack's waiting downstairs.
was because
Time to say goodbye.
when I played this earlier today, I had totally forgot to even check that little area. And I was wandering
Weird
around
to be back in my old room.
this apartment
So many memories.
forever.
Yeah. I used to have a thing for them. Don't know why, really. I guess they just used to make me happy. Jack knew it well. That's why there's so many of them here.
I've noticed that when a game has a lot of butterfly imagery, they try to, you know...
Kids from the orphanage. Not all of them had my luck. That's why I kept coming back. To play. To take care of them. To listen. That was the least I could do. Spirits. There was a time I'd try to run from them. To ignore their calls. Matthew was the first one I helped pass on.
I have to try not to click on things. I don't want to talk over her. But when a game has butterfly imagery, they try to emphasize some sort of butterfly effect in the game. But I don't think this game has diverging choices and paths. I think maybe she just legit likes butterflies. I don't know.
I used to get a lot of these. To me, they were like trophies. Badges of honor for doing the right thing. Jack wasn't too amused, but he did his best to cover for me. I kind of feel bad for making him go through all that. My oldest family heirloom. As a kid, I'd show this to people just to freak them out. I'd usually say something like, "Pretty sick, huh?" I was such a dork.
I probably won't read aloud a lot of these notes, especially if they're extra long, because I know nobody wants to hear me stumble over words, and I read a lot slower out loud, but I'll probably try to leave them up longer, just so you can read them if you like. I'll at least leave them up for as long as it takes me to read them, but I've already kind of read these. I think this is mostly just trying to establish the time period. But we can feed her cat, or Jack's cat.
Nourishing.
So we'll do that, obviously. So maybe this is one of those butterfly effect things.
Here you go. What's your face? Glad to see you're still kicking around. I can't believe it's all still here. Oh, Jack.
We can make a photo here.
I guess I forgot about this one.
The instructions are right here.
I can do it now.
So you want to light it for 5 seconds, and then every other thing is 3 seconds. I wasn't planning for this to be a walkthrough or anything. The only reason I know this is because I've already done it.
That was the last photo I took of you, Jack. Shit.
So it's going to get to the point where when I catch up to where I was at, I'm going to be lost and things are going to take much longer. I think we're ready to go. I think there's one more little room here.
Interesting.
With 1984. That's obviously probably going to come into play thematically or something.
We lived upstairs from Jack's funeral home. It wasn't as weird as it sounds. Besides, if it wasn't for that, I may never have learned to use my powers.
I personally think this game is beautiful, but if you might be thinking, I don't see how this is next gen, it's because there are like a lot of other features that haven't come into play yet that just wouldn't work on like current gen consoles or computers with like slower hard drives, which mine isn't like amazingly fast, but I feel like it's just enough to get this going. You'll see, I also have like ray tracing turned off, and HDR turned off, and I'm still barely getting like 30. Which, if I'll turn that off, by the way.
Jack taught me to accept my condition. Of all my foster parents, he was the only one who saw it as a gift and not a curse.
I'll turn off the frame rate counter as soon as I'm confident that I can run the game pretty well, consistently. I have it on just in case I have to make an adjustment. The last goodbye. Aw.
Jack's in the prep room.
The prep room. Yeah, so I had ray tracing on, which is mostly, I think, just reflections. But it would run okay, but then it would just suddenly tank. So it wasn't worth it. Even with DLSS on, which I'm still using now, and I can really only kind of get 30 frames per second. Some religious imagery.
Here it is.
Look at the way this room is set up with these chairs, all these chairs. Imagine having to talk to, I don't know, I guess this is for talking to a family. Rough. I think this game controls fine, I do, but there are moments when the camera shifts where I'm like, which I think it would be a really good idea to put tank controls as an option.
Not sure if I'm ready for this.
Because when a camera changes, I'm still holding in a direction, I have to kind of shift a little bit. It's not too bad. You know, honestly, if there aren't moments where I have to be quick and maneuver around, it's not a big deal either way. Just like in
Hey, Jack.
Resident Evil, you probably do want a little more control over your character if camera angles are going to keep shifting like that, because you're running around zombies and stuff.
I got your special clip. Now, where's your tie?
This guy looks so familiar. Like, he looks like he's like mocapped by an actor, like a well-known actor. Combine.
Snazzy. You wouldn't have it any other way. I didn't expect this to be easy. I guess I didn't know what to expect. When things get personal, it just burns you from the inside out. There. I guess you're ready. But am I? Oh, can't you people read? The sign says closed.
And now the spooky starts, kind of. Have I mentioned that I like her jacket? Hello.
What the hell? Guess you felt it too.
What are you doing here?
Huh?
Did you break this vase?
And then it happened. As it did so many times before. Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse.
I'm gonna be late. I need to find that. Marianne? Marianne, are you crying, my child?
It's fine, Jack.
Yeah. Now, you didn't happen to see my notebook, did you, darling? My memory's a bit fuzzy. So much for aging gracefully, eh? Where is that thing?
Listen, Jack. You should probably get some rest. Forget the notebook.
Oh, no. I've got so much work, my dear.
It's okay, Jack.
I can't just... What?
Let it go. It's not important.
You are crying. What's wrong, dear? Oh, why is it so cold in here? Where is that notebook?
It's okay, Jack. It's okay.
My sweet little Marianne. What would I ever do without you?
Jack. Don't worry about it. It's time to get some rest.
Oh, Marianne.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm worried about the surgery. When I'm at the hospital, are you sure you're going to be all right?
Yes, Jack. It's gonna be fine.
You know, I promised myself once I would never let anything happen to you. Not while I'm around.
I'll be fine. I promise.
No risky stuff then. Huh? All right?
All right, Jack. Now, get some rest.
I need... Oh, yes. Be good, Marianne. I love you, my child. I've loved you since the moment you walked into my life. Remember that. Always.
Most people would give anything to have that opportunity. To say all the things that were left unsaid. But it didn't make things any easier. I could help 1,000 souls cross over, but when it came to Jack, it still hurt like hell. I love you too, Daddy. I used to think everyone saw the world the way I did. Divided. Torn between two realities. But no. I was the only one. Or so I thought. We're closed. There's another funeral home across town. I can give you the number.
Marianne.
Who is this?
You don't know me, Marianne. But I know you.
Look, if this is a joke...
You need to listen to me, Marianne.
Okay, I'm hanging up.
I know what you are.
What? Who is this?
My name is Thomas. I need your help.
Listen, if that's all you've got,
No, there's more. I can give you the answers you've been looking for your whole life. But I need you to trust me.
Trust you? I don't even know you.
It all starts with a dead girl.
What did you say?
The Neva Resort. Find me there. Please. The light, it's almost gone. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. You're the only one who can stop it. You're my only chance.
Hello? Hello? Shit. And off I went, on nothing but a hunch. A call from a complete stranger. But I'd learned to trust my instincts, and there was something about this guy, his voice. Felt like I should know him. Either way, he sure seemed to know me. The Neva Workers Resort. Right off the bat, I could feel there was something off about that place.
Get through the gate. So what if that's her brother? I just thought about that, because she's like adopted, right? I don't know. We'll see. Like, I legit don't know. Not trying to be coy.
The front gate was locked up tight. I needed to find another way in.
I do know how to get past this gate.
Anyone
I'm just
home?
making sure I didn't miss anything.
I guess not.
My first time, which I think I did, because I don't think I went into this area at all. This room.
What the?
Oh yeah.
Hello? Thomas?
Like, scream at a strange looking thing. Could be a zombie. Ah, see, now you know I didn't look at this because I got a trophy. F. Mr. F. Looks like that's about it in here. We just have to go around here and jump over the wall. Classic. At least I don't have to do like
You want to keep me out, Neva?
a complicated puzzle.
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Niwa.
Not a whole lot of people knew about Neva. It used to be a government-owned vacation resort. Until one day it just stopped. And so an urban legend was born. The Neva Massacre. The details were always fuzzy. Crazed workers, ancient curses. You know, the usual.
The huge.
Huh. Hello.
Aw, little footprints. Can I go this way? Oh, okay, I did not go this way when I first tried this out. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
What's this old thing here?
This is creepy. I like it. I'm glad I started over.
Oh, what a mess. People can be such bastards sometimes.
I know.
No wonder history keeps biting us in the ass.
I'm just trying to look around and see if there's other things to click. Memory of the victims of World War II. What country does this take place in? If they mentioned it, I missed it. But anyway. Isn't it great how we've come to the point in like computer rendering for video games where these backgrounds can look just as good or better than like the pre-rendered backgrounds of older games, and displayed in like 3D. It's cool. It's pretty cool. Now, like, these are fixed camera angles, but the camera's still pretty dynamic, moving through the scene. Good atmosphere.
What's this?
T plus K, 1968. What's that? It's just like a mushroom. Never mind. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty uneasy walking through these woods. But she's like a psychic.
Looks like an old fort. Might be my way in.
Some kind of psychic medium, so maybe she can tell when things are bad. Due to the recently unearthed remains, renovation works have been suspended pending archaeological examination. Unearthed remains? So was I right about the zombies?
Something happened here.
Ah, the old squeeze through the wall loading screen.
If a place had a story to tell, well, I guess I was there to listen.
Oh man. Wow, see how my frame rate just tanked? Thought I fixed this. So, display. Oh no, it's still operating. Let's go to 1440 and that should do it, maybe. Let's go to advanced. No, it didn't. 1440. Apply. Yes. Not really any better. Ray tracing is off. Maybe it's just taking a second to catch up. But anyway, this is the... I mean, you probably already know if you're watching this, but the whole thing about this game is displaying two worlds at the same time that you play through. And that's what's bringing everything down. Which I actually played past this section here, and it was fine, so I don't know what's happening. Maybe I can lower the DLSS percentage to 70. That kind of made it worse. I think it's just because, like, from playing it earlier, I'm probably like used up a lot of RAM or something. I don't know.
The place felt old and soaked in misery. Figures, I guess.
Let's try to exit to the main menu and then come back. So maybe you have to restart it. It's still not great. Probably have to restart the whole game, but I don't want to do that in the middle of recording, so hopefully in the next episode I'll remember to like restart my whole computer and make sure everything's closed out. Because I did have this game, and now the thing's running.
The place felt old and soaked in misery. Figures, I guess. 1,000 years of history doesn't just happen. It's paid for. But even in the deepest darkness, light can linger. Lonely, fragile, waiting for someone to embrace it.
Is that from something? Like a quote?
As I absorbed the energy, I wondered who it was that left it behind. A dying soldier whispering the name of his beloved? Or maybe just glad to be done with this world.
Luckily, since this is a fixed camera angle game, it's not like too bad that it's not running like steady frames, but I do want to fix it.
In any case, I figured I could use it. Energy's energy, right?
So yeah, I have to charge up and blast at this thing.
Dead.
Oof.
Like everything else in this place.
What is happening?
Oh, so that worked. Good for you, Marianne. These powers of mine, as much of a pain in the ass as they were, they did come in handy sometimes.
This is about as far as I got, so everything after this will be all fresh for me. Back to normal. Back to a reasonable frame rate. But anyway, that's a really cool concept, and I'm pretty sure I could get it to work normally next time. I imagine in the later parts of the game, you'll have to do one thing in one world that affects the other.
So there I was, existing in two worlds, but never really living in either.
Sorry, lost my train of thought. And on that note, I'll end this right here and try to fix it all up, and then hopefully going forward we won't have as many dips in smoothness. I don't know why I'm walking forward. I'm stopping. I'm not playing anymore. Go back. And right here.